Okay. Now, part one of this, we're going to go into your genius zone. And the genius zone is really important because I talk about this idea of you don't want to be a commoditized coach. And so the idea here is that it also starts from an internal standpoint. What I mean by that is a lot of people, they'll just focus on the certification that they have, but they're really not deep diving into understanding what it is that makes them unique. Additionally to that, they're not really understanding where the opportunity is. And one of the ways that I can always tell is tell me about your service, your product, your service, your offerings. Are you high priced, low price, or reactively priced? And most people are right in the reactively priced. And I can tell when somebody says, well, this is what the market will bear. Okay. And when you're doing that, you're commoditizing what it is that you're doing. You're a commoditized coach in this case, right? When I say that, where you could be is wherever you want to be. You definitely don't want to be low priced, right? Because only if you're a commodity, like a raw material, like salt or sugar or something like that, then then you don't have a whole lot of competitive advantage. So you want to be setting your own pricing, and that comes with differentiation and proper positioning. Okay. So what you want to do is be a prolific pro. Be a prolific pro, highlighting the things that make you different. And I'm going to show you just one part of that today in the whole process that I'm taking you here. Okay. And so the question is, what is it that you're an expert at? Because a lot of times we have different capabilities and we think we have to do it all. And so you really want to honor what it is that you really, really like to do, what lights you up. And one of the best examples that I can think of around this is I was doing a volunteer event for my son's school, and I met a fellow parent there that I was co-leading with. And I said, oh, hi, Dr. Luthi. I heard you're a doctor. And he said, well, of the four-legged furry kind. And I said, oh, you're a veterinarian. And he said, no, I'm a doggy cardiologist. And I said, oh, I see what you did there, right? So he had positioned himself as a cardiologist. In talking to him, I came to understand, which I thought was so fascinating, is that he specialized in cardiology for dogs. And as a result of that, he had built a practice that was really unique, and he sold it to a corporation. It was a multi-millionaire and was still consulting for the business that he had founded. And that is because he became a specialist, not a generalist. So the question to you is like, don't be a generalist, don't commoditize yourself, really figure out how you can specialize. Because as they say, and there's a little cliche there, is that like the riches are in the niches. That's actually really true when you know how to specialize. So that's what we're going to be talking about, is be like he was and he just so happened to come across that, is that he really specialized in becoming the doggy cardiologist. And that all has to do with finding your zag. I'm super, like I talk about this a lot. Like when everybody's zigging, you want to zag, you want to find the thing that makes you unique and different, right? Highlight those things, highlight the things that make you you, right? If you swear a lot, like there's people in Prolific Cafe, they have their brand personality, they swear a lot. Or if you are a specific type of person, or if your hair is pink, right? Pink flamingo style, like these are all things that are to be celebrated. Never put those on by the wayside. Those are the things that make you you, and it's important to highlight that. And so it is really the difference between just a bowl of ice cream that I talk about, like that's the rational value, but the intrinsic value, the wow factor, comes when you take that ice cream and you put like amazing whipped cream and sauce and sprinkles and all these amazing things. It is the difference between the ice cream, the bowl of ice cream costing $3, and then this beautiful sundae paying like $20 or something like that in the city here where I live in Chicago. So that's what we want to get to. We want to get you so that you're highlighting the sprinkles and all the things that make you awesome, moving you from just a commodity to really prolific. Okay. So I want you to check in with yourself. And I came and I put together like a worksheet that, again, it's going to be attached. And what you want to focus on is, what is your expertise? What stuff are you good at, excuse me? And then you're going to list it out. Okay. And then what do you love to do? And then from there, you want to go to your zone of genius. Okay. It's going to look something like this. And what you're going to do in this left-hand column is like all the things that you're good at, doing a brain dump of everything that you can do. And then the difference in the middle column being, what do you love to do? And when there's duplicates between column A and B, that's your sweet spot. That's the thing, that's your zone of genius. Because I can tell you where I went wrong in my career, and I'm saving you time and energy and frustration, is yeah, I was good at building funnels. Yeah, I was good at certain types of things like doing, like being more of an execution person. I was good at it, but I didn't love it. And so what I was doing is I was creating a business that wasn't aligned with what I love to do. And as a result, I was burnt out, I was miserable, and I wasn't happy. I was attracting wrong clients. It was all wrong. And so I really, really am doing this part of it so that you can check in with yourself internally to say, just because you're good at something doesn't mean you love to do it. And if you don't love to do it, when you get, it's not in your zone of genius. So that's what's really important. Okay. And so if you love to bake, if you love to bake and you have this beautiful innate talent for it, and you're really damn good at it, that's your zone of genius. Honor the zone of genius, because when you add in these positioning layers and all the things that I'm going to be talking about, it's that much easier. So I wanted to include this because it was so important. I've gone wrong in this respect where I was just going kind of opportunistically of stuff that I was good at, but I didn't love it. And I can tell you it's not going to go anywhere. So one of the other things also kind of introspectively is to, as part of this training, there's a survey that I have that's going to be, it's going to be an attachment as well. It's an audit, because a lot of times, one of the things that I do with my clients, my one-on-one clients, is I tell them, I'm like, if you don't know where you really could go or what you stand for or the thing that makes you unique, pull your peers, your colleagues, your family, your friends, people in your circle, etc. And then from there, you're going to start to draw out, like, what is it that makes you unique, right? About your core values, how you're standing out. This not only is a good exercise to find out more about you, how you capture mind share for people's minds, but it's also going to help you draw out your brand personality. Because there's somebody in Prolific Cafe who was saying, yeah, I didn't know if it was appropriate to swear and this and that because of my brand. I'm like, that's so not on brand for you not to do it, right? It's just who you are. So when you start to recognize these are the things that are important to highlight, that's going to help you with your positioning. So one of the things, if you're stuck, because a lot of times we can't see our own abilities because we're in the jar, we can't see the label from the outside. This whole positioning audit is a really good thing to do. And again, all you have to do is do file copy, and you can send this out to your people and it'll put it in a spreadsheet for you. And that's going to be included as well. So this is super helpful.